Axial's SCX10III Jeep CJ-7 Ready to Run was a pretty awesome release. It had tons of scale detail, an iconic body style, opening doors, trail armor, cool front bumper, and of course the SCX10III platform underneath, which is super capable. So it was understandable that Axial fans were really disappointed when Axial discontinued it. However, guys, it was just for a refresh. Check it out. They've got a new version, and that's what we're gonna look at today. I'm gonna give you a quick look at what's changed, its important features, and then we're gonna hit the trail. There it is, fresh rig right out of the box, and check out the color, guys. A copper, absolutely love this because I painted my SCX10III Jeep Rubicon Wrangler the same color. I'm really into it. They also have the red that you see on the box art, but this copper color, I bet you this is gonna sell out really quick. I'll have links for this in the video description below, but they've made a few other tweaks. Absolutely awesome to see a chrome front grille on here. The original version had a black, but that definitely sets it off for the time period of this rig. The decals came out perfect from the factory. They got the GenRight logo on the side. That's because they've got a couple GenRight parts on here, like the side steps or rocker guards, the front bumper, and the rear bumper. I like the extra detail of the shackles, even the license plate. There's your trail armor. The door is still open. Check out that interior, guys. Bucket seats. Even the center console pops up. Shifters. You got decals on the dashboard for the speedometer and gauges, steering wheel, even pedals down on the floor, and then the roll cage. Very cool. The mirrors fold over in case you roll this bad boy. No body clips. That's because the body clips are underneath. But before I show you that, check out the new wheels on this, chrome plated, raceline beadlock wheels, so no glue on these, and then they're wrapped in these Mickey Thompson Baja Boss tires. A nice soft compound, nice insert too. Look at that, we already got some squish just sitting here, and now let's get the body off. There's a couple clips underneath. This body is still a little tricky to get on and off. You got to seat it into some of the rails on the side, but once it is together, it definitely looks cool. All right, got those out. And once you get, taking it off is actually pretty easy. So it just pops right up, and then check that out, guys. There is LED lights front and rear. You got the marker lights that light up too in the front, along with the headlights. And here's the SCX10III chassis. And we've seen this before a bunch of times, but let's just go over it really quick. Steel ladder frame chassis, 2 battery mounting options right out of the box. So if you want to run shorty packs or a long pack, or if you want to use an accessory pack to power the lights, you'll be able to do that. Inner fender wells, very cool. And they even have little mounting areas if you want to go throw some rock lights in later. Flip this over, nice smooth skid in the center. There's your side plates down below. And while we're at this angle, check out the link. They got their heavy duty links on this, nice solid ball ends, metal pivot balls, and aluminum shocks for the damping. 3 link in the front, 4 link in the rear, and then into the driveline. So this is a straight axle rig. It's got their AR45s with the black pumpkin cover on it. Universals gives you a 45 degrees of steering angle. They got heavy duty steering links and the metal steering horn. So all the good stuff that we want from an SCX10III Ready to Run. There's a look at your rear axle with that heavy duty truss right there. Very cool. And then into the transmission. Look at the size of that beast. It looks like a real transmission. Inside you're gonna find sintered metal gears, and this has a few goodies built into it. So it's got a 2-speed setup and a dig in the rear. And as you can see, they've given us the dig servo. So you're gonna have the option to lock out the rear end to pivot your truck right out of the box. And if you want to, you could go and install another servo here to go and operate that 2-speed. You do have to take the transmission apart to take a spacer out on the inside. Or I guess you could go and move the dig servo over if you want. And that could be an option if you don't want to buy any extra stuff and want that little extra scoot out of the transmission ratio. But good transmission setup, and you got wild bore drive shafts down to the front and rear axles, which we've already seen. And into the electronics here, 35 turn slick rock motor. That's a fairly recent motor update for them. Basically just a label change, guys. Over here, you've got a Spectrum servo, the 683, which is metal gear and high torque. 40 amp Spectrum speed controller, and as you can see, this is where the changes really came in. They got rid of the 2-in-1 system that everybody was hemming and hawing over, and they have a separate receiver now from Spectrum, the 515, which will give you some extra ports, so if you want to add some lights to it, but obviously controls steering, throttle, and the dig servo. IC3 plug, and this is the one little gripe I've got about this kit. Look at that, guys. They've got these open plugs here, and these are powered. So these metal leads right here are powered. And if they accidentally touch something metal, let's say this screw over here, that might actually be a problem. So I'm not happy that they didn't put the little shroud around that, and they made that cut there. Not really cool. So watch yourself with those things. But the rest of the rig, absolutely cool. Let me show you what comes inside the box. You're gonna get the Spectrum SLT3 radio. It has the green button on the back, which means it's set up for the dig. You get this bag of spare parts, which includes the A-pillar mount, if you wanna throw a light bar on there, and there's some shock parts. You get some tools, a quick start guide, and this thing is super cool, guys. They gave us some more of the updates, and it's time to go out now and drive this bad boy. We're gonna take it out to the reservoir. Check out the View RC drivers. A little bit of a change up since the last few scale truck videos. Everything's thawing out, so I've got some more places to go and run now. And usually I bring mini and micro crawlers to this spot, but I thought it'd be perfect for this CJ-7. And look at that. It's already making easy work of this gnarly terrain. Uh-oh, we're a little off camera here. Oh, a little tipsy. Straighten it back out. Settled in the suspension. Nice. Now, if I wasn't one-handed driving, I'd kick the dig in right there, but we made it through. I did dial up the steering dual rate just a little bit. They have it dialed down so you don't bottom out the axles, but there's a little wiggle room to get a little bit more steering out of it. Look at that suspension work. Really into watching suspension lately. Looks so good with this body. Just the tires dropping out. Awesome. I'm gonna bring it back down through that same line basically, because the rocks here are pretty cool and should show off the truck really working. Take it nice and smooth through here. Pretty controllable, a little bit of freewheel going on. The drag brake is pretty decent. Once you let off the throttle, it'll hold the wheels. Looks like my driver figure is he's getting a little wobbly in there. So I ordered them on Amazon. I was looking for a 7-inch figure, and I thought this was, but he's a little smaller. I think he's like 6.5 inch. We're high-sided. Back it out. There we go. I actually really like this spot. There's so many different lines I can attack on just this one rock here. Like how jagged it is. Just finding the right spot to go through. Drag that rear tire a little bit. Just help with the descent. Oh, look at that tire squish on the rock. Man, if that went over, that could have just rolled down into there. But the SCX10III just working it. There's a few other spots on this trail we got to hit up. And this is just quarter throttle here. Got a 3S battery pack in it, and once we get up top, we'll definitely hit some speed so you guys can see how fast it goes. There we go. Full throttle. So yeah, that's walking away from me. And these are the rocks I really wanted to hit with the CJ-7. This is gonna look really good. Easy work. Easy work, but it looks so scale, so good. We'll take the tough line right here. Look at that, guys. Absolutely awesome. Love the look of this rig. Love the copper. What do you guys think of the copper? One of the best colors on a Jeep. All right, so I got to show you guys the dig working. So I've got two hands on the radio system now. I'm just gonna hit the button on the radio. That's the B button, and it should lock the rear up. There we go. Look at that. Sucks down the rear, pivots the front. Absolutely awesome. Love that. If you watch the channel, you probably just saw my builder's kit video where I built it without the dig. And yeah, I'm gonna go throw that servo in. It definitely comes in handy. Another uphill climb. I'm gonna choose the sketchy part over to the side here, and it could roll over into that, that valley. Pretty stable, guys. There's your drag brake check. Pretty smooth out of this 40 amp system. For a brush setup, ready to run, definitely drivable. This is the one thing about this truck, just getting the body set. You gotta sometimes push in the inner fender wells. I don't know how long it's been like that, both sides. The other thing is getting to the connector. I mean, you gotta take the body on and off to turn the truck on and off, and that's a little bit of a hassle. Let's see how far we can push this truck before we roll it. Whoa. There goes the cage, christened. So the mirrors just folded over, they didn't break off, so that's a bonus. But man, this platform can climb. So what do you think, RC drivers? Happy to see the CJ-7 back in the lineup. I like the little tweaks that they did. New color choices, definitely on point. Like the chrome, that's pretty cool. And I like that they gave us the better receiver with this. The separate receiver, that's gotta be key for a lot of people. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll have links for it in the video description below.